Hello everybody. Here I am with the 500J, serial number 000119. There's the working area for today. Going to be replacing some of the top parts in here. In the background we see the 411 that the last video was made about the cover on the stitch control knob. And the internals at the top are virtually the same, except allowing that is a German model and this is a Montreal model, but they are virtually the same. So I do have that as a template for placing all the parts that go in here, because this is the first time that I've ever done a restoration to this level. In the past I have been able to get it apart, but as it was back in the preschool sandbox, taking things apart is a lot easier than putting them back together. However, we have done this before, haven't we? Yes, in small parts. So, after about 353 videos, 353 videos now, I've gotten to the point where I can competently take it apart, clean it magnificently, and put it back together, set it up, time it, and have it work like the tiger it was designed to be. So that's enough of the philosophy. So I'm going to clean this off. It's already been oiled, and I'm going to soak up all the oil with shop towel for starters. Well, I'm ready to start. Here I am, and I'm set up now. I've got the oily part there. Let me see if I can see what it's called. S6. S6. This is Pattern Selector F6, apparently. That's what it says. It says S6, and it points to that. And it says in Pattern Selector S6 as shown in figure 68. And this is figure 68, there's figure 69. And here we're talking about the needle bar driving arm, which is in there. And we're talking about this pattern selector. And the other thing we're talking about, what else are we talking about? The bite amplitude and pattern selector. Indeed. So there's plenty to learn, but I'm going to get to work and get the big piece out first. Then I'll get my needle nosers and get that bracket and that screw. And that screw, and I know that's oil, a little bit of oil. If I don't use it really soon, it'll dry out or whatever. But now I have that at least. So let me take this and wipe off, dab up what I can on the oil. This is still messy, and what I'm going to do is get a container. Will that fit? It will. Now I'll get the crud cutter and I'll give it a spray. Pretty much covered on that angle, so I'll turn it over. And I'll spray the other angle, this side of it. And what I'm doing is I'm spraying enough so that the bottom part of this appliance, this machine, the little part, it's submerged in crud cutter. I'll turn that again. Like that. And then I'll get some cotton swabs And I'm going to do some swabbing because I saw something in there. I want to get in here, in the tunnel. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Yeah. So that's a start. Let me turn it over again. Now this has only been, I've only been playing with this for what, maybe 5 minutes now? Nice. And we can see the grime coming off. I'm wiping the grime off. It's already like loosened or dissolved halfway or whatever. There we go, we'll put that in there like that for a bit. And I'm gonna get some more down there. Nice. And it's as simple as that. It's not terrifically difficult. But it has to be done and it takes a little bit of time. And I mean, it's nice work. I think this is good work. I enjoy doing this. Cleaning stuff up. I mean, I know, you know, and you know what a difference it makes when you're working with clean parts. I mean, we have to work with dirty parts to get them clean, but... So I'm going to throw the little bracket and a couple of screws in there for a minute or 2 or 5 kind of thing, not very long. And move that in there like that, and then I'll get some oil. You know what, I want to get down there big time. That's about the hardest part right there to clean, right down there. We've got those fins sticking out and all that. And, you know, if we looked at the 411 right now, we'd see that that's the dirtiest part when you go in to that horizontal arm shaft top part there. Let's get the little bracket out and the little screws out. I've got something there. And a screw. Slippery little rascal. So that's the crud cutter. So I got a little bit of oil and a little bit of crud cutter back there now. How are we doing for being lined up? Oh, we're still kind of half decent. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. So that's what we got there. Those are going to get oil right promptly right now. I got to make sure I put that on correctly, don't I? Surely does. I think we want it like that. I was kind of checking on that one there, right there. Can we see it? I don't know if you guys can see that. No big deal. We'll look at it later. We'll stay right in tune here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in the screw holes, and in the little bracket it's going to get oiled as well. That one's seated. That one's seated. How you guys doing anyway? Are you with me still? I hope so. It's awful lonely here when there's nobody watching. That's snug. That's snug. That's snug. Now I'll get a little more torque on there with a larger blade. And good. Wipe up some of the oil. And I believe this is one of the first parts to go back in. And so that'll go like that. Let's try that again. So this is what it looks like. And my thumb and forefinger are holding where the lever will attach. And it just slides right on like that. And we can see that this is centered. If it was all ready to go, I think that would be a number 3 on the Selector. So we have that. Okay, so this is how this lines up. That goes in there like that. It goes on that post. And what I want you to pay attention, what I want to point out to you is that thing right there. And so it goes down like that. And then the needle driving arm, it has that ball down there that you can see. And when it's put together, that's how it's going to be. Can we get that in there? So that's how that is going to end up, something like that. And then of course, this is going to be ready to make its move, and that's a lot of the work done once we get to that point. Because once we get to that point, it's lifters and followers, and it's basically, you know, assemble by numbers to a point, because, you know, I don't have a lot of experience rebuilding this stuff. This is actually the first time. Go figure, huh? So that's what this video is about, and that's where it's at right now. And I'm gonna stop right here. This is like the intro to the never-ending video, and this is, I think, episode 2 or something. And we're gonna move along. I'm gonna post soon, but I just wanted to give you a short intro to what's coming up tonight and tomorrow morning. Anyway, please subscribe. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. And I hope you're having fun and learning like I am. Thanks. Ciao, amigos.